Okay, bear with me. I just got disconnected again. I'm gonna post this real fast and then pick up where I just left off. Talking about polarity. I don't know why I keep getting disconnected from here. I probably might look into using my YouTube channel more and trying to go live on there, so I won't have these kind of like connection problems because I keep getting timed out. Like I got cut off at the end of my video yesterday. That's why I was gonna kind of pick up on. And so I might look into like using YouTube or other venues. But as I was saying, it's going to come down to whether you're service to self or service to others. And you really have to be at least 50% service to others. So that's really what this is all about. And it's really hard to change your polarity from a negative one to a positive one. But you have to be of light. You have to have a positive polarity at a certain point if you don't want to be recycled, basically. So, it keeps saying my connection's weak. It's definitely not my Wi-Fi. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. It is a rainy day. I also wanted to finish up on, yesterday I had got cut off when I was answering a question about, gray abductions. And, this is something that's obviously very common. And, like basically a lot of people have a lot of fear around these situations or different mixed feelings, whatever. I just wanted to let you know that we're basically living in the middle of several genetic experiments. So a lot of times people are taken for those purposes, but that's not something that can just happen. You had to agree to it before you before you came here. So it's not something that just will happen randomly. No, it can't affect you unless you agreed to do it. Nothing can affect you in this physical realm. I'm gonna try putting my hotspot on. It like cut off. Anyways, nothing can affect you in this let me try to put my hotspot on. Nothing can affect you in this realm unless you agree to it prior to coming here. Like it doesn't really work like that. So a lot of times people agreed to help like help these different civilizations because you were that kind of race in your past life. Like you were that kind of starseed. You were from that, whatever, that planet or whatever. So you'll have like a lot of reasons for trying to help. You just don't remember a lot of the stuff that's really going on here. So there's a lot of fear around that a lot of the time. There are other reasons people are taken. A lot of people are GPS equipped so that they can be easily monitored. For whatever reasons, and a lot of times implants are inserted into people, and it's like a medication time dispenser, similar to like a birth control implant where it just dispenses medication without having to be administered. So a lot of times people are implanted with medication. So when people try to take out these chips, these implants, a lot of times the people get really sick and it has really bad effects on their body because they're not meant to be taken out. And a lot of times we have a lot of cancer, we have a lot of disease. Earth was meant to be a place where people didn't get sick ever until it was infected with bacteria from a meteor. So it wasn't supposed to be like that, but because of all these illnesses and what's going on with our environment, and it's just very toxic here, there's a lot of healing going on behind the scenes. So I actually get really excited if I get taken because I know I'm going to be healed on a level I can't do here. So a lot of times this fear is just from not understanding what's going on. And I've heard that sometimes people have bad experiences with grays. Like they basically have no empathy. They're programmed to do a certain job. They're not very friendly, whatever. So a lot of times people have not great experiences with them. It's just that they're programmed to do a certain job, almost like a robot. Go ahead and type some more questions. I'm trying to think if I left anything else out. Go ahead and type any kind of questions. The energies are kind of like we're at the end of a crazy storm. It's about to end, like, oh, at the end of the day tomorrow. So we're on the tail end of a storm that's been going on for like 2 weeks. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend because I know that this will be like relaxing for a minute before the elections and before the next storm. So I'm looking forward to like chilling out a little bit, and everyone else should be too. This energy for the rest of the day is amazing for manifesting. You can really make big changes today. You can pretty much instant manifest whatever you want. If you're having a problem with manifesting, you probably have a blocked chakra. You can private message me. Let's see. I'm going to start answering questions now. Let's see. Sarah, you'd like to connect with your Nan, please. Lily lost her dad and Nan at the age of 13 within months of each other. So it's tough. I'd love for you to describe what my Nan looks like having no photos. I don't see people like they look on Earth. When you cross over, you can take on many different forms. It really depends on what's going on. You transfer into an energy form or like a light body. So it doesn't really work the same, but I will tell you that anyone who has relatives that pass, they're with you. It's really, you go to the other realm when you die, which is right here, and it's very accessible from here, like right here. So your grandmother is around you all the time. If you open up your eyes and start to look for signs, you'll start to see them. Like she leaves you things or like moves things. You have to really just pay attention. This is really about raising consciousness and raising your awareness and becoming aware of what's really going on. A lot of people are just now realizing that there's a much bigger world. We were lied to. Everything I was ever taught was a lie. The universe works nothing like I was taught in school. And I assure you that it does not work anything like I learned in school, college, whatever. It works much, much different than any of us have been led to believe. So basically everything you've ever been taught is a lie. And that's where your grief is coming from. That's where that pain is coming from. You can tune in and you can access these family members. You can do it yourself. You don't need someone else to help you with it. If you really start to pay attention. And it's not going to be in a body. That's what if you're waiting for like to see their ghost as a sign, it's probably not going to happen. You probably wouldn't want that to happen. I'm just saying, you're actually going to be transferred to energy when you go to the other realm. So that's what your families look like, energy particles. It's much different. It's not like I could describe. I have gone to a medium and she said my mom looked blonde, and so maybe from that I could assume that maybe they could take on different forms, whatever. But I see things more like energy particles and stuff in frequencies. So work on raising your vibration. You're holding on to grief, which is an illusion. Your family's right there. You've died a million times, pretty much. We've all died. I've died hundreds of thousands of times. It's not a big deal. It was a big deal when I thought what was in the physical here, but not there. Trust me. So there's just really a whole other world right here, and we're trying to learn how to access that world ourselves so that we don't have to go to someone else, so I don't have to go find someone to help me. I'm trying to learn how to tune in and connect myself, and that's what I want you guys all to do. Like, you all have that potential. Your body is your temple. You need to work on keeping it pure and raising your vibration, basically. Because in order to communicate with any other entities, they have a much higher vibration than us here. We had to raise ours and they had to lower theirs to even communicate with us. So when you're stuck in that really low vibration, it's not going to work as good. But I assure you, there's nothing but love left when you die. Like any of those, like sadness, whatever. Your family never wants you to be sad, I assure you. It makes them feel very helpless on the other side. So just know we all went through grief. We've all experienced death. It's to open your heart chakra. Like, otherwise you couldn't love. You couldn't love. Like, and in the third density, it's a place where people get broken. Basically broken. like that's what you have to go through to learn. That's what you have to go pick these experiences. They were all programmed by you. You just don't remember. So try to let go of that grief. And a really good book I read was, it was called Wake Me Up. And it's about recognizing the signs from the other realm, because your family member is leaving you signs, but you're just not aware enough to be able to pick them up yet. So I would check into that if you're trying to have further contact with family members. It's about a girl whose fiance died, and they had a relationship from the other realm, basically. So it's completely, it's not something I am into, because I do have those gifts of being a medium, but it's not something that I choose to embrace, because I don't want to have to deal with that negative and positive entity experiences. So even with my own family, like me and my twin flame are very aware that my mom and his dad pretty much are in our house all the time, but we just really try to focus on ourselves here. So we tune it out. Like, I just tune it out. It's just on my area I'd like to mess around with. I see a lot of mediums that just have a lot of darkness. And I don't know, it's just not my thing, really. But you can really learn to tune in and connect with your family yourself. Hi, Murray Solo. I can't say it. I can never say anyone's name. Thomas, good morning. Robin dropped in to say hi. I love you and thanks for all you do. Have a blessed day. Love, health, and well-being back at you. Trying to spread some light, because we're gonna reach a point where we are looking for the light our whole lives. We're searching for the light, the divine. We want to find it. Well, we're realizing, or we're gonna realize, if you haven't yet, we are that light. We are the light. Like, we're supposed to be generating that light that we want. Like, we actually are the light. So just really focus on spreading light and the truth at this point. It's a rainy day. I get a lot of work done so I can just have a better weekend. So I'm trying to fit in everything, and I'm just really, I've been like manifesting really heavy because of the moon energy, and like I'm learning how to use these energies instead of being like, oh God, it's rainy and you know, what a day. I'm just jumping right into it, and that's what I recommend everyone doing. That when you are going through like these hard times, jump in. It will make it go so much faster and smoother. Instead of like fighting it, just help it along. Jill, hi. Good morning. I know, Tammy, my video feed keeps stopping. I just said that. I don't know. I have a YouTube channel, but I don't really like heavily use it. But I might look into doing live videos on there because it's not my Wi-Fi, and I keep on getting it like kicked off. Like, I'll start to talk about something, like, I don't know, I'm noticing maybe the topics I'm talking about, and it kicks me off. So, not to sound crazy or anything, I might look into using like YouTube live video. I just find that Facebook is like already one's on there all the time, so I may as well utilize it. So I am trying to do this. Let's see. What do I think of manifesting? I think the energy is amazing for manifesting today. That really today's the last day before a little calm. So today is ideal. Manifesting is like level 10. It's very easy to manifest whatever you want today. So I've been having to practice that. I'm not perfect at it. But I've been practicing manifesting something out of nothing for a while now, and I'm getting really good at it. And I find that I think females are the ones that really are the manifestors. I think that's a female job. And you have to understand that it doesn't matter who you're in a relationship with. We're all aspects of the divine. So it doesn't matter if it's your twin flame, soulmate, karmic, whatever. We're all aspects of the divine. So it's all about balancing that female and male energy, like living in harmony. Doesn't matter who you're with. That's what we're all learning how to do and practicing. So we have different skills. So I think that's really like a female trait. Like, they're the manifestors in the relationship type deal. So it's a skill that most females should be learning and getting good at, because it's going to be the female's job to manifest these things, not the guy. So Jeffrey, what is 3 or 5 do you mean? Okay, I'll start. These are densities. It's almost like music where there's a certain amount of octaves in these densities, okay? Not to confuse you, you get kind of like levels in each density. So, you know, it goes up a certain amount of levels. There are an infinite amount of densities, but I will start easy. Second density would be like plants and animals. Think your dog. Dogs actually, they evolved from trees. They're very closely related to trees. It sounds real crazy, but it's true. Our second density pets. Some people have third density pets now because they're evolving too. But that's animal life. Think Bigfoot. That would be like second density too. Third density is, or dimension density, you can call it what you want, is pretty much where a lot of people are living right now. It is also what is being destroyed as we speak. It is a place of separation. It's a place where all of us started out learning this life. So we are, as a planet, we're moving through space to higher dimensions. The planet is on a planetary level, so it's not even really like optional. And we're moving up through 4 and 5. We keep like channel surfing back and forth. And some people at this point are able to access 3, 4, and 5. Some people are only accessing that 3D illusion still. And you really had to wake up. Basically, we're talking about like a spiritual awakening, but not in a religious sense. We're trying to like wake up people and help people ascend on a planetary level. That's pretty much my mission, is to help people heal and ascend. And that's a lot of people's mission right now, thankfully. So we're doing this on a planetary level. A certain amount of people have to ascend in order for it to work. People can talk about it like a harvest if you want. We're really getting sorted, basically. It comes down to, are you service of self? And we used to have this veil that would make it very difficult to ascend. Now the veil is gone and it's easy to ascend. It's real easy. So this is happening. The people that are not awake yet are really going to wake up like in a wave, like tidal wave kind of effect, starting like within a year. A majority of people should be awake that you never thought would really wake up. So we're really talking about dimensions. So you're learning lessons. In the third dimension, you perceive everything as separate from yourself, but that's an illusion. It's a lie. I am you, you are me. We are mirrors, and we come from one source. We are all one. So when you progress to the fourth, that's more like about unconditional love. It correlates with your heart chakra. And then you want to move up to 5, obviously, which is more about oneness and stuff. Like, it really just depends on, you can choose to go back to 1 anytime. You can choose to go back to source anytime. I also had a really good story. Like, I'm about to pull it up and read it for everyone. It really helped me when I was going through, like, I guess you would call it, like, dark night of the soul stuff. Hold on. It really just helped shift my perspective. And I thought it was amazing because I put this on my Facebook page a long time ago. It's on my website. And I thought it was amazing because it really was a lot of what I learned summed up real fast. All right, I'm going to read you this little short story. It's fiction, but it really did an amazing job of summing up what I learned about how the universe works, really. So, you were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident, nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. You left behind a wife and 2 children. It was a painless death. The EMTs tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off, trust me. And that's when you met me. What happened, you asked? Where am I? You died, I said matter-of-factly. No point in mincing words. There was a truck and it was skidding. Yup, I said. I died. Yup, but don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies, I said. You looked around. There was nothingness, just you and me. What is this place, you asked? Is this the afterlife? More or less, I said. Are you God, you asked. Yup, I replied, I'm God. My kids, my wife, you said. What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died, and your main concern is for your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man or possibly a woman. Some vague authority figure, maybe. More of a grammar school teacher than the Almighty. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contempt for you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, you said, so what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something? Neither, I said. You'll be reincarnated. Ah, you said, so the Hindus were right. All religions were right in their own way, I said. Walk with me. You followed me along as we strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular, I said. It's just nice to walk while you talk. So what's the point then, you asked? When I get reborn, will I just be a blank slate again, a baby? So all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter? Not so, I said. You'll have within you all the knowledge and experiences of your past lives. You don't remember them right now. I stopped walking around and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here long enough, you'd start remembering everything, but there's no point in doing that in between each life. How many lives have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots and lots, and in lots of different lives, I said. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD. What? Wait, what? You stammered? You're sending me back in time. Well, I guess technically. Time as you know it only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from. Where do you come from, you said. Oh, sure, I explained. I come from somewhere else. And there are others who want to know but what it's like there. But honestly, you just won't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their only lifespan, you don't even know what's happening. So what's the point of it all? Seriously, I said, seriously, you're asking me for the meaning of life. Isn't that a little stereotypical? Well, it's a reasonable question, you persisted. I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe, is for you to mature. You mean mankind, you want us to mature. No, just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become a larger and greater intellect. Just me, what about everyone else? There is no one else, I said. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me, but all the people on earth, all you, different incarnations of you. Wait, everyone? Now you're getting it, I said with a congratulatory slap on the back. I'm every human being who ever lived or whoever will live, yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln. And you're John Wilkes Booth too, I added. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled, and you're the million he killed. I'm Jesus, and you're everyone who followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a very long time, why, you asked me, why do all this? Because someday you will become like me, because that's what you are. You're one of a kind. You're my child. Whoa, you said, incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you'll have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, you said, it's just an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your next life, and I sent you away. That really sums up, like, a lot of stuff. Like, there is only one, like, we come from one source, like, type of deal. So that's why there is no service of others. It's an illusion. It's service to yourself. When you're helping other people, you're really helping yourself in a way that you don't really understand. It's just, like, complicated stuff. That's why Jesus was teaching that we shouldn't judge people and we should be nice to people, because you would be anyone else here if you had their experiences they had been through in their life. You would be them. I'm assuring you. So it's really deep. I'm going to get back to questions now. That really helped change my perspective, though, because I had a lot of past things. So it makes me feel better that I don't have to go apologize to anyone. I can just apologize to myself, basically, on a deeper level. And it just helped me through some stuff. But that really sums up how this matrix really works. You will have done every life in this matrix from the beginning of time till the end of time by the time it's done. So you should be really sick of learning in these lower dimensions. There are much higher dimensions and higher places that we could be learning in. Good morning, Jennifer. You're feeling the release. That's good. Very good. Jody, do I know which type of ET contacted you last week? Well, I would say you already, since you've been watching, you fit into that earlier rant. The really amazing thing about doing these videos is I will give one message in a video and it will really go to everyone watching in an individual kind of way. So that's kind of amazing. So I believe you were taken by grace, but it was for some type of healing. A lot of people have been lately. I would just embrace it, and it's a really good thing. Like, you probably do want to be taken and healed. And as I said, no entity can do anything you haven't agreed to do before you came here. So we're really trying to figure out what kind of contracts we have left. And do we want to still do those contracts? You can reevaluate your contracts while you're here and get rid of them. If you don't like them, it's something everyone can do. And I suggest everyone kind of look into, like, what they have left here and if they really want to stay here and what they want to do now. Because now that you're conscious and you're aware, you really can make these amazing changes that you were never capable of doing before. Now you have a certain strength, a certain power behind you, and things are going to work out much differently. Things are just going to start to go, like, smoothly, easily. Like, things that were really hard your whole life are going to go a lot easier for you. Your energy is just a lot better. The things you're attracting with all this hard work is going to start to pay off. The things you're seeing in the world are going to start to physically change. Like, if you don't like the world you're seeing, none of us should. We have to change ourselves to change it. And it will change this collective consciousness. If we all just work on ourselves and spirituality, it will really start to reflect in the whole world. Doing a reading for a friend this morning. You're so excited, Jennifer. Yeah, this is a really good time. I draw light workers to me. This is a really good time to manifest what you want. I've been manifesting readings too. It's energies. I believe I'm drawing light workers and people that I can help deeply to me. So if you feel drawn to me, you can message me, and I do video readings. They take like 40 minutes. So this is a really good time to go ahead and manifest those readings. So hopefully you have a real busy day. I'm a really like expert level manifester. I do try to help you guys manifest things. So by reinforcing it, it really just has to do with your mindset. Manifest these readings today. Sarah, you're in training. That's good. I see so many people that are sick of their jobs and they want to embrace their gifts for their what they do. We all should be doing that. That's what the Native Americans used to do a long time ago. They used to trade based on skill and talent, and they had a whole system for it. And I heard basically that's what we're So I'm really excited. I'm trying to phase out like my other job and just do all this full time. It's working really good for me. I am on my path. It's just, it's more who I am, and it's all about embracing your highest self possible. So, really, this is very doable. A lot of people are broken and need healing, and I'm noticing a lot of people just stuck in the third dimension, that with just a little bit of help and someone shining a light on the path, it really can make a huge difference. And we're here to make a difference. And this polarity is needed. You have to know that. This polarity is needed. Stop feeding into it. I see people with, the election stuff, whatever it is, stop feeding into it. And it will die out. Like, if people had no more fear, if people could completely get rid of fear, then these entities wouldn't be, they live on fear, they would not be here. So we could really change things on a planetary level. I'm here trying to change by helping unlock people's minds. I'm a guardian, I'm a gatekeeper. I like, that's just the way I help. Try to find whatever way you can help them, because a lot of help is needed. And you know what makes me feel so good about things and why I'm so positive? Because I see so many light workers everywhere helping. So I know that these systems are coming down. I know everything's going great. And I have this kind of like calmness about me. Like the whole world couldn't be falling apart around me. And I'm like, zenned out. Like you can just tell, like basically it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So you have to be like at a place where you're just so calm and everything's falling apart and it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter at all, because you're centered, you're grounded, you know everything's great. You have to make a mess before you make things better. If I was to clean out my closet right now, I would have to pull the whole closet out just to put everything back away right? So we have to make a mess to make things better. You have to understand that. So you're seeing kind of like a disasters everywhere. Just don't feed into it. That fear kind of mentality. I'm getting really sick of misinformation everywhere, spread everywhere. I know you guys are all helping spread knowledge, but from Google and stuff, and it's amazing. But why don't you go take the time you're spending to read these articles, these Facebook articles and stuff that are all accurate? Why don't you go take that 20 minutes or whatever, 15 start reading it. They have it online on the whatever research center did it. It's free online. Start reading real information. And that's the only source I can give you that's probably real. So, it really covers everything. Like, go check into it. It will really help you. Jennifer, you've been seeing sparkles of light. That's amazing. I've seen also with Standing Rock pictures of like amazing orb pictures. The veil is thin. It's a really good time. Our ancestors are all present. There's tons of orbs everywhere, and it's really beautiful. So just know also that when those positive things are coming through, negative things are coming through too. But they can only affect you if you have a low vibration. So it's not something that's going to affect me, but I do see it affecting a lot of people. And the best thing you can really do for that is raise your vibration and try to stay a high percent of light, and it won't affect you. Vibrate higher. We're always on a mission to vibrate as high as possible, because your vibration is going to determine what density you are seeing. And so our goal is to always have our vibration as high as possible. You can do that just by easily living in love and gratitude and getting rid of fear and anxiety and those lower emotions. Leave them here. Get rid of anything not serving you, because when you hold on to resentment about someone who, maybe you were a victim and had a horrible childhood, well, you were the perpetrator too. You are both parties. So when you hold on to resentment about someone else, you're resenting yourself. Your body can't tell the difference, by the way, and it will actually kill you, as in your body has like a kill switch. That's why you see people in really bad health where their bodies just kill them. Well, I didn't know this growing up. Maybe I would have lived a little differently. Now I know, though. But our health really determines our emotions and what's going on with our body. Like, our body will self-destruct and kill us. So it's really important that we let go of these emotions, because they're not serving us. They're just keeping us tied to earth. And right now, I'm trying to ascend. I'm not coming back here. I'm not coming back here. I don't know about all you guys. I'm not going to another planet to learn in third dimension for 75,000 years. I'm not doing it. So I'm doing everything I can to liberate myself from this earth plane. Oh, and then on another note, Kevin, if you're listening, there's 7 layers of Astro World. There's 7 different dimensions of Astro World. So check out that video. And I'm still like learning a little bit about it, but it is in the Law of One, like extensively too. You might want to look into that. And I forgot you're a Pisces, so you should be really good at that on your own. Like any Pisces are very connected to the dream world, astral world. They can really do things like astro travel a lot more easily. So it really depends on your sign too for what you're going to be able to access. It's amazing that you've seen the known spirit, Sarah, since the age of 4. It's really amazing. I'm seeing so many people that are to text my boss back. So many people are just tuned in and about different skills. Hold on. And have a different skill set. Like, it's really amazing to see so many mediums, so many healers, just so many people with different jobs. It's amazing. And yeah, we're tuning into that other realm and to higher states of consciousness right from here. And for those people that really want to have contact with space, the best way to do it is be an open channel. You can be a channel for any higher dimensions that you choose. So just really try to purify your body and keep your energy really pure. Go ahead and type some more questions. Let's see. Sorry, these comments. Jody, you visit and see your grandmother often. She looks like she did here on Earth, but no wrinkles. Same look, but smoother features. These entities can, when they do appear to you in human form, they can look however they want. So they can like sometimes appear as their younger version of themselves or how you remember them. So they really can look any way they want to present themselves to you. I see more energy, like the real energy things, but they can appear like that, especially like in the dream world and stuff. You're going to notice that if you've lost people that you love, they will come through to you in the dream world, and it is really them, and it's very real. Michael, I do have a YouTube channel, Sparks of Divine Light Healing, and my site, sparksofdivinelighthealing.com, and I'm starting to use it. I'm going to probably try to broadcast on there. And Denise, will I find real love? Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, that real love is going to be self-love, though. So you're going out and you're looking for it in other people, but unless you can love yourself, they're not going to love you back. They're going to love you about how you're loving yourself. So when you can love yourself completely, you'll have complete love. So work on focusing on yourself, loving yourself more, whatever that entails, taking better care of yourself, whatever. And it will really change the people that you're attracting to you. Hi, Megan. I've been wondering where you can get some crystals to protect you and help with prosperity. Well, I got my crystals on Amazon, but I don't use them, but they're good for kids. They're not, you don't want crystals to protect you. Your kid's trying to get you to get them so that he can play with them because he knows what to do with them, even though he's a baby. Just don't let him eat them. But I'm going to tell everyone, we are so much more powerful than these little crystals. I have an amethyst around my neck. But I make a joke that I wear my crystal to protect me, but I make a joke out of it. Like, this amethyst is going to protect me, right? That's hilarious to me because I'm so much stronger than any rock ever will be, crystal or not. Crystals do have perfect sacred geometry and really good alignment. So they're perfect for healing and aligning your body. But I will tell you that you're so much more powerful. You don't need a rock to protect you. You don't need a crystal to protect you. Pray to put yourself in white light. Work at raising your vibration. Stop being stubborn. That's me too. But protection, I do wear a quartz, like a clear quartz necklace around my neck when I leave the house to go anywhere, really. Most of the time I'm wearing a quartz, because quartz will, if someone wants to like think negative or send any kind of negative vibe to me, it'll just bounce it back onto them. So I would suggest quartz, but your child wants you to get like a regular crystal set that correlates with the chakras. And one per each color. They're pretty common. They're probably $10 on Amazon. And give these kids these crystals because they know what to do with them. These children are from Lemuria. They're from Atlantis. They didn't keep getting recycled back here like us. They're from very high levels of consciousness. And they remember that when we lived in Lemuria, we had huge crystals on the beach. And healers would go put energy into them. Like we put our healing energy into them. And then people could go back there later if they needed it and touch them and take that energy out. Well, that energy is so powerful that it's the crystals are in Hawaii present day buried under lava. And they're still emitting these frequencies, these healing frequencies. That's why Hawaii is such a spiritual place, among other things. But these crystals are amazing to hold energy for later. These kids know what to do with them. It will really like remind them of their mission. These crystal children they're already born their higher selves. They don't have to ascend like us. They have much better memories than us. You have to understand this. They don't have to kill the ego and go through that whole process of ascension. They don't have to at all. They're much different. They're born with all of their chromosomes turned on. I see if my brother's listening. Yeah, your kid's a crystal child. And when he's old enough that he won't eat them, is like space mobiles, space themed things, because they feel really like out of place, like in second density. It will just like remind them of home. And these kids can read your mind and telepathy. People probably don't notice unless they're equipped to telepathy. But I was just at Megan's house and my twin flame was having a whole conversation via telepathy with her 7-month-old baby. That'll tell you how smart these kids are. They are the hope of the future. Indigos like me, we're paving the way for these kids so they have an easy time. We're the ones actually fighting these systems and doing all the work. These kids, they are not equipped like that. They're so loving. They just embody unconditional love. Like, you have to understand, they tabbed out after living like in Atlantis and Lemuria. They haven't been back here. They're not used to all this conflict and polarity. It's so dense for them and it's so different. And that's why Megan, her baby, has a lot of health problems. They're just not used to it. They will manifest big problems, these little children. So just really like they really need to be like at home and protected till they get a little bit stronger. They're really into nature and just in tune with everything. Let's see. Haley, I feel a massive thirst for knowledge and everything, and I'm accepting more and more as possible in truth. I've been awake for many years, but I feel it rapidly speeding up. The amount of information coming to me, I feeling resonates with me. Yes, you're going to be able to tell, you're going to be able to discern what information is real and not real if it resonates with you. For so long, we just accepted lies at face value. And now we're learning, oh my God, like these religious systems and control systems, they didn't teach us anything. This isn't how the world works. This isn't how our universe works. There's much bigger things out here that we never knew about. And we're just starting to wake up. And when you do, you need to learn everything really rapidly. That's why like my site's really good. It really sums up everything I learned in a really short period. I did Ascension really fast. And I'm going through Ascension symptoms again because we're about to all get leveled up again at the end, like in the beginning of this month and end of this month. We're all about to have 2 more strands of DNA unlocked in our bodies, and it's going to do amazing things. So I'm kind of like experiencing Ascension symptoms again. It just feels real heavy, the energy. It's going to lighten up over the weekend and just be a lot better. This moon energy always makes the planet a little crazy. So just go with the flow. You have to really start to look at the world like you would when you were a child, before we got limited and before we were taught that this stuff is impossible. You really just have to have a completely open mind. And you're going to start to see through everything. Like, you're really going to start to see, like, oh my God, that is true. Oh my God. And you really have to relearn the correct way. Those that will do best are those that have the ability to, we learned one way, we're going to have to unlearn that and relearn the correct way. So, scientifically, learn them, obviously. So we're learning that the universe works more like in vibrations and frequencies. Hi, Shyla. Yay, DNA transformation. Yeah, I'm early today. I'm fabulous. I had to go to my other job, so I was trying to do I go. It's really good to hear from you. Yeah, I'm excited. My twin flame, he's 2 levels behind me, so he's going to be unlocking like psychic medium status level, and I'm real excited about that. I can't wait. So I'm just real excited about it in general. Drink more fluids to handle these energies. You can see of the earth for the day, and you can see that the earth is raising its vibration. Like, there's very much scientific proof to see all of this, that we're changing frequencies, and it's really exciting to me. Type some more questions. Facebook's being slow to catch up. I know there's probably like a million. Let's see. Let's see. Bronwyn, I like to think of it as the 3rd dimension is being transmuted. Well, earth, wind, and fire are destroying it as we speak. So I guess if you mean transmuted, it's being made up. It's being destroyed as we speak by basically forces of nature, and anything not of light, anything corrupt is being dismantled on its own. Like, we don't really have to do anything. We can just watch the process. And remember that this is a hologram, so a lot of what you're seeing is really an illusion. It's not real. So keep that in mind. Megan, what does manifest mean? It means that we live in a reality where you can create anything you want with your mind. As in, create it. Like, from nothing. Our thoughts are creating the reality that we're seeing around us. So if you can get a control of your mind and just only thinking about, like, things that you want to appear in the physical reality. So that's why basically our society is pumped full of fear and anxiety to keep people at a perpetual state where they can't grow. So basically, we're trying to get control of our minds. We're trying to get rid of any of those lower vibrations, and we're trying to raise our vibrations, so our vibrational effect of things we're attracting too. So really, you can create whatever you want. People were made to be instant manifestors. In the 5th dimension, you will be able to instant manifest anything you want, but people were all equipped like that. People were all born psychic. We were all born empathic. We were all born with these gifts. It's just very psychically polluted right now. So if you have all your chakras completely unblocked, you can manifest anything that you want. The only thing that stops you is having these blocks that we placed upon ourselves. So I basically will clear out people's chakras for them all the time. I'm always messing with your heart chakra. But I'll take these blocks out, but it's really important that you learn how to not put them back in. To keep yourself clear. You want to keep your energy clear all the time. That is the goal. Jennifer, you're about to phase your job out too. I know you are. That's what I was like going on a rant about it. And it feels so good to be service of others. It's just like a different kind of like satisfaction. Like, it feels amazing to help people. It feels amazing. And there's so many of us that we just can't deal with the mundane anymore. I wasn't able to conform very well anyway. But a lot of us just really have to be using our gifts better. Nikki, you've been super busy with physical life and energetic work that you drained yourself and got a virus. Any natural products? Basically, I would just say throw some lemon in your water if you can. What's going on, and I see this with a lot of healers, I have to be really cautious and careful of this, that when you even have an interaction with anyone, you're taking on energy from them. So just being around people, we're always taking on blocks, and we put them into our own chakras. So it's really important that after you heal someone, you get rid of those blocks of your own energy. You can do that through meditating. You can do that. A good way to clean your aura would be like salt baths. It's nature. Just be really aware that you're going to be taking on those illnesses if you don't do it really carefully, especially if you're an empath. It's really tricky to heal being an empath because we're always taking on other people's energy. And it can be very draining. That's why I'm really careful that, it sounds really weird. I have like a nice little schedule of when I even go, or like we'll do readings or whatever. I just have a lot of balance in my life, because if I don't do that, if I don't recharge, I'm not going to be any use to anyone. So you're giving yourself enough time to recharge. So for me, that entails weekends. I recharge on weekends, but for you, it might be something different. Just be careful that you're recharging, you're getting enough sleep. I want to tell everyone should be taking a vitamin B supplement every day, multivitamin, especially anyone vegan, because so if you're vegan, you should probably be eating coconut oil every day. And I think everyone should be eating like a tablespoon of coconut oil every day, because it will unclog your third eye. It will unblock the fluoride from your third eye, or whatever it's blocked with. So it's something I eat every day. It doesn't taste bad, but I would really recommend it to everyone. It will do amazing things for your body. It can repair your DNA. Megan, you're not doing vaccines either. I won't do it to him. I'm very scared the first round of vaccines hurt him. Yes. I'm seeing really scary things with these vaccines. In case you didn't notice, these star seeds are very sensitive to any kind of medications or vaccines. And I don't think it's a good idea to pump any child full of mercury like that. So I'm not necessarily anti-vaccine, because I see that they are needed, but I think it's horrible and disgusting when our government takes things that are needed and makes them evil. So my empathy goes out to you, because I know that anyone trying to not vaccinate their child is going to have legal issues. Like, they make it illegal, they make it hard. It's really a big deal. And you're trying to protect your children at this point. That's why I say knowledge can save your life. Just stay educated. You're learning that, right? Yeah, I've seen so many children messed up from vaccines. It is possible to detox that out of your body. You can really, I would recommend chlorella. It will take out the toxins from chemtrails as well. So when your child's able, and you can research it enough, you can see when you're able to give him that, it would take the metals out of his body. You're basically getting injected with a ton of mercury, and it's really bad. And yeah, it causes really bad effects, especially now. And on my website, sparksofdivinelightshealing.com, there is a depopulation agenda video that touches base on everything that they are doing. And we are on a really strict depopulation agenda. They are doing this through the healthcare system, through chemtrails, through the water we're drinking, and the foods we're eating. It's really scary. But it's all documented. It's not even to the point where the government says we don't do this anymore. They are saying, yes, spraying the sky is for global warming, whatever. But they're spraying us with aluminum, and it's really, really bad. Like, you probably shouldn't be outside when you see the sky full of chemtrails. But really, probably just look into this video, because this kind of knowledge really ultimately is for your safety. And I'm not trying to spread fear, but if you can stay informed, you really could prevent a lot of really bad things from happening. Just know that you're also having Ascension symptoms. So just anyone can just put some lemon in their water and drink more water. When you're taking on these blocks and releasing them, it goes through your blood. It's filtered through your blood and gives you physical symptoms, these toxins. So just flush your body out with a lot of water if you can. Haley, can you tell what level people are on? You can private message me. I can usually tell a lot of things about people. Katrina, are you going to find a new life partner soon? I have a few guys in my life right now, but they don't feel like the right ones. I'm ready for your life partner. Just really step up the self-love, because when we're broken, we attract broken people. And when we're complete, we'll attract someone complete. And just really work on yourself. Right now, you're supposed to be gaining knowledge, because you're supposed to wake up your twin flame and snap him out of his sleep spell. So you're trying to learn right now and gain knowledge. So just really focus on yourself, because you don't go look for love ever. It just will go disastrously. The universe will bring it to you. Shyla, the trials for your transformation are crazy. Fear tests are above and beyond right now. What are they going to get me? What do you know about the Pleiadians? Well, I'm pretty sure I channel some type of Pleiadian activity on a regular basis. So I do know that Pleiadians have heavy contact with Earth through the subconscious of people that are at a certain level. Like, people basically are channels, and when you reach a certain level, you're going to have all sorts of higher entities, Pleiadians, that live in the center of the earth. Basically, they live under the earth. There are whole colonies of these civilizations underground, mainly from Pleiadian star system. And there's a lot of people from space living among us. I say people. Yes, people. Humanoid. Like, you couldn't tell the difference. There are a lot of people from space living among us and helping out with what this ascension process. So, and be thankful for that, because these are the people that have been here before a while and are waking up the first people that woke up. So they really have a big job to do. But I don't think they're that equipped for Earth. Just from living with my twin flame, he doesn't seem as equipped for Earth. Like, they're really not used to it here. There's so much violence and disharmony. It's really hard for people from other star systems to adapt here. But there are people from all different star systems and entities from all different star systems, including running our country. So it's really real. You really do have shapeshifters in places of authority all over the world at this point. But there are a lot of light workers that are helping tip the pendulum, so I wouldn't be worried about it or afraid of it in any way. I know, you can post questions on here. You're an empath, just be really careful that you're going and getting rid of that energy you're taking on. Whether it be nature, salt baths. I have to take a salt bath every day. Just learn the difference between your feelings and other people's. It was really detrimental to me my whole life, having that, I guess, skill, whatever you want to call it. Now I've learned to completely tune it out and only use it if I want to use it. So that's really helpful. Have a good reading, Jennifer. How do I know my boyfriend is not from here? Because he wasn't born on Earth. He was born in a different star system and then came here when he was like 12. So I completely know he's not from here. But if he didn't tell me, I'm sure you wouldn't know. Like, you can't really tell the difference. It was something that we set up before we came here, though. Like, our whole lives are orchestrated down to a T. He came here for me. Like, so we went through similar lessons to eventually be able to do our mission together. So there are many things going on behind the scenes that are really amazing. I'm going to end on that note, but love and light and have a good day. You can go ahead and PM me if you want a reading. And I'll see you guys Monday. Bye.